looking at New York City. This is a film about 600,000 people who live in the Big Apple. Live, work, and yes, play in the vast community of public housing. From the beginning, back in 1934, public housing was supposed to be much more than just a place to live. It was to be warm and decent shelter for families of low income and a complete environment where people could reach across to each other and upwards towards the best in themselves. To make this huge city within a city work, you need a lot more than hot water, heat, and carpenters. You need the things that touch the heart. You need 250 community centers, you need health care, and you need applause, the stuff of pride and competition, music, gardens, and games. At the New York City Housing Authority, it's called Tenant Programs, and it's full of life, sports, and talent, and it operates every day of every year throughout the city. We took a picture of that program for 1 full year. We took a lot of pictures. It begins happily with the William Tell Overture, played by, believe it or not, the New York City Housing Authority Symphony Orchestra, a full-scale symphony orchestra made up of the people who live and work in public housing. Graceful masts of the sailing ships of Lower Manhattan greet 1,000 children and their parents who live in public housing on a summer morning. This is the day of the floating hospital, a cruise around the island in a seaborne clinic in which both the children and the adults are thoroughly examined and taught the fundamentals of nutrition and health care by a cadre of doctors, nurses, and volunteers. Virtually every discipline of medicine is explored during a day on the water. A day that is punctuated with talent shows, games, dances, and the performances of professional entertainers who volunteer their time and talent to make a healthy outing in the world's busiest harbor. One of the most extraordinary things about the Housing Authority's tenant programs operation is that for a few dollars, 600,000 tenants of public housing have programs that touch every part of their lives. Programs that bring the parks and the playground, the doctors and the nurses, the schools and the churches into the grasp of everyone. With programs for children, the agency reaches out to its best resource, the parents of public housing. Without their support, the good ship floating hospital couldn't get out of the harbor.
It's good. It's 110/80. It's normal.
Usually, most time when people come out anemic, mostly women have a lot of problems with it. A lot of it is due to nutrition, not taking in enough iron. You hear the Geritol commercials about iron, poor blood. A lot of the problem comes from not taking in iron because the body needs iron in order to reproduce red blood cells. They die and they have to be replaced.
I want you to bring the brush straight down on the bottom, turn it in slightly, loosen the food, and bring it up. Okay, do you feel the brush on your gums?
Yes.
Okay, now.
the years, the authority has linked up its ideas and programs with thousands of public and private and corporate groups. Systematically, the Housing Authority reaches out for dollars, expertise, and a lot of support services.
How many of you out here start your days off with healthy breakfasts? Wow! The 4 basic food groups are dairy products like milk, fruit and vegetables, meat, and breads and cereals. Now you need something from all 4 of those groups every single day.
From a healthy day on the Hudson, we go to the Martin Luther King High School auditorium next door to New York's distinguished Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts. For a year now, the gifted young project residents competed with each other in housing developments and borough competitions for the right to shine here on this Sunday in December. They are the best of the best. Young people who have given their gifts to their families and friends all year long, now in a professional setting. They're nervous, but not nearly as nervous as the audience of their neighbors in public housing.
Well, my mother found out about the talent show when she went to the office, the Housing Authority office. And for a year, she's been persisting for me to audition for the talent show. And finally, in, last year, I auditioned and I was accepted.
Keep it inside. Learn how to hide your feelings. Fly high and proud. And if you should fall,
I get such a large amount of stage fright. I get shaky, and so what I do to calm myself, I'll sing to myself backstage. I'll do a little warm-up, and I'll just say to myself, I can only do the best I can, and hope the audience will accept it.
fly high and proud. And if you should fall, remember you almost had it all.
LCR 10! LCR 10!